Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much, we've seen too much, we've been through too much, we are experiencing way too much. God to reveal himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim, SLIMM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours, because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, man. Don't play that game. A lot of times, man, when we trying to figure it out, we're trying to be victorious and win in our version of the best of what life has to offer us. You're going to be taking down so many roads, so many paths of disappointment and desolation and just despair that you just going to feel like you being stretched to your limits. And sometimes you're going to question, you're going to doubt, you're going to get tired of getting your heart broken and your dreams shattered right in front of your face when you think things are supposed to work out, because you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You stand out the way. You feel me? Because we know how it feels to be a negative force in somebody's life or be the cause for somebody hurting or somebody crying or shedding tears or doing bad things, or why they have to look back at their life and they have regrets because they attached it to you. So we work hard to get out of feeling guilty for what we done, feeling guilty for what life has brought us, feeling guilty for what we brought to life that wasn't supposed to be. In this time, we learn to heal. We've taken our time to really just strengthen our relationship with God, to maintain our balance and be harmonious with ourselves and just see the best versions of ourselves and just continue to go that route. Meanwhile, we continue to lose. We continue to take hit after hit. We continue to have people walk away from us because of what we believe, what we have faith in, our dreams, our goals, our aspirations, and then they see the potential. They see not only the potential, they see that you are who you say you are, and being that they don't have a control or a hand in that, then they remove themselves from the situation, hoping, praying that you fail, that you don't get to celebrate because you're doing something that they can't do. Not that they can't do it. It's just that we're not meant to live the exact same lives. We each have our own set of shoes, our own way that we are blessed to walk in, and we can be 100% authentically ourselves once you accept what God has got for you. The people walk away from you. They remove themselves from your life, and you've been left lonely. You've been left having to rebuild and repair. And during this time, you've been restored and you've been put together back stronger. But in the meantime, you still need what you need. You still have these dreams. You still have this burning desire to be the person that God showed you who you are. But you don't want to play that game because we see so many people lie, so many people cheat, so many people steal, so many people kill and destroy to get to where they are. Excuse me. We see people force the issue. We see people go outside the will and the way of God to get what they want. And though they may have it, though they may attain whatever they have at this moment, just know at some point they're going to lose it all. Because ain't nothing worse than receiving something not in this right time, when you're out of alignment with God. That's the worst thing that could happen to you, because you're not going to know how to use it. You're not going to know how to appreciate it. You're not going to know how to really multiply it, keep it protected, all these things that you need to build this generational wealth and also break these generational curses, because it takes money to live this life that you're trying to live. And it's not to flaunt, it's not to flex, it's not to do any of those things. It's to be a blessing to other people. It's to make people's lives easier. It's to make it to where you can do what you love and you don't have to worry about how these bills are going to get paid or how this is going to be taken care of or how you're going to make this month. No, you want to be able to live doing exactly what you love and be a prophet and profit. That's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way these people got it set up. They got so many things set up in nonprofit or these churches that they set these LLCs and these businesses in, and it's not right, bro, because they're not giving to the people. They're not doing for the community. They're not doing for the body of Christ. They're not doing the things that they're supposed to do, but they're taking advantage of the loopholes and the legalities that they have. And you have some of the biggest corporations in the world, bro. Excuse me, not getting taxed. And meanwhile, you got people making bare minimum or minimum wage, whatever they say, and they're getting taxed the most, man. It doesn't make sense. So we already seeing that we're living in this world where things are backwards, where you're not being taught how to think for yourself. You're not being taught how to go back to source and go back to God and find the reason why you're here, so you can focus on that, and so you can build on that, and so you can sow seed and watch it grow. And the more you do, the more you believe, the more you trust God at his word, the closer you're going to get to where you are. But you can't play that game. You can't get so desperate and distraught that you give in. You can't get so down that you give up, bro. You can't. Like, no matter what you feel, no matter what you see, no matter what you go through, know that you are protected, bro, and God is above all. And your love conquers all. You love what you do. You love the people that God has blessed you with. You love your gifts. You love your natural skills and abilities. And all you want to do is just put all this on display, get this message and these emotions off and out of your heart, and just be a blessing to others, because you know your story. You know your gift is going to help other people, and that's all you're trying to do. And that's why you're having the most trouble. But you can't play that game. You can't go in here thinking that you got time to waste, or you can make this mistake, or everything gonna be okay. No, man, like you gotta dang near play a perfect game. You gotta dang near throw a shutout from this moment on, because your future, like your right now, everything that you've dreamt, everything that you promised, everything that you have seen, everything that God has given to you in the spirit is before you. But you got to continue to push and push and push until you receive your breakthrough. You can't stop. You can't stop just because you get close, or just because you got close. You can't stop because it's hard and you can't figure, you know what I'm saying? No, that's what you go to God for. And the moment that you say that I can't, or I don't know, or how does this work, or that's when you go to God, and that's when God is activating. He's moving in your life, and he loves that, because he's looking at your decisions. He's looking at what you don't do. He's looking at what you do. He's looking at what you say. But most importantly, he's looking at what you feel. He's looking at what you think. He's looking at your heart, your intent, your motive, because he's continuing to make sure that you're pure, because you got to be anointed. You got to be set aside to really receive this blessing, and then handle this blessing the right way, so your blessing does not become a curse. You don't want to get so focused on your goals and your future and your ambitions that you forget about doing the right thing to get there. Because a lot of times people just want to win, so they just do anything. They do everything, bro. But at the end of the day, we always got a choice. Even facing death, you got a choice on how you're going to go out. So you got a choice on how you're going to live and how you're going to carry yourself when times are hard, when things are difficult, and when it's just crazy, and then they just get silent, because you handled the craziness with grace. You handle the craziness without fear. You handle all this chaos, and you look everything, every demon, every opposition, everything that tried to come up against you and come up against the plans that God has for your life, with just courage that is unexplainable, because there's no reason why you should be here. There's no reason how you got through these situations that you got through. There's no reason why you still walking around and ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because of the way that you carry yourself and the way that you give God his praise and God his thanks, and then you believe in him. When God say he got you, when God say, Emmanuel, I'm always with you, he's always with us, you shouldn't fear. God is above all. So no matter what you feel, no matter what you think, no matter what you even see and hear, sometimes you got to understand that only God is real. The enemy is going to come and try to attack your mind, because he knows that you receiving this blessing is inevitable. He threw everything at you. He threw everything at you, and you didn't go. You ain't buzzed. So he's just continuing to be a nuisance, continuing to be a pest. He's continuing to be an irritant, but you got to continue to stand your ground in prayer. You got to continue to stand your ground in fasting. You got to continue to stand your ground in doing the right thing. Don't think that, oh, it's cool if no, man. No, you don't have time to backslide. You don't have time to look backwards. You don't have time to go back to old situations, to old habits, to old ways. None of that, man. Keep moving forward because you're going to run head first into your blessing, bro. But don't play that game. We see how these things work. We see how the system work, man. You can't beat the system, bro. Only way you can overcome the system is you got to use the system against itself. Learn the rules, learn the regulations, learn the laws, learn the language, learn the legalities, because you're going to want to protect your gift. You're going to want to protect your name. You're going to want to protect your assets. You're going to want to protect your monies and your value, because at some point you're going to blow up and everybody going to come and want to put their hand and want to steal and want to take and want to sweet talk and want to swindle you and want to get you to sign this and sign this, join here. Nah, man. You've been doing this on your own. Continue to do it on your own. And the plan that God has for you is to be the cornerstone of your family, to be able to bless everybody and give them an opportunity to be free. I tell people all the time, once you get what you want or what you need out of life, then what? What is your excuse not to live your purpose? What is your excuse not to give back? What is your excuse not to do exactly what God is telling you to do if you got everything you want and need? And then once you see that, because you can see it before. You can see it, you can get everybody or anybody or somebody what they want and they still going to be unhappy. They still going to find a reason to complain because they wants and needs is external. Once you know that none of this out here matter, only thing that matters is your salvation and your place after you leave here, and that's determined on your works, that's determined on your faith, that's determined on your belief, that's determined on what did you do with your time and the talents that God gave you while you was here. Feel me? We don't make no excuses. We tell it how it is and we keep it moving, but we don't play that game, bro. Not gonna stoop down to their level. We're not gonna go tit for tat. We're not gonna get back. We're not gonna do none of that. We just gonna keep praying and keep moving and just watch what God do in your life. Just continue to forgive. Continue to just ask and receive and accept peace, bro. And just continue to be you and don't be afraid to just give God all his praise, bro. All his worship, bro. And just get back to being you. Get back to your routines, your traditions, all these things that make you you. And I promise you, you closer than ever. Till next time, do not play that game. Slim.